Have you been watching the Emotion Code Bro shows for 114 episodes, all of them? Hey, let us know in the chat. We know who you are. Well, today you're thinking, I wonder what they're going to do today. Well, guess what? You're going to tell us because today is open office. The door is open. Let us know. Just pretend that we're meeting somewhere and you're telling us about one of the challenges or problems or physical thing that you're having. It's an open office. It's not just about food today or chronic pain. You tell us. You're going to let us know in the chat and we're going to help you live today. We are the Emotion Code Bros. We're live every Saturday, almost every Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. I'm in beautiful Victoria, BC, and I'm here with my buddy John. Good morning, John.
Good morning. Yes, John and Verarity here, the other half of the bros from Vancouver, Canada, so also on the West Coast, and certified emotion code and certified body code. So yeah, if you are watching live, say hello, let us know where you're from, and yeah, again, it's open office, so bring your chief concern, and I would like to help you out.
And if you're new, we're not here next week. That's why I'm cautious to say that we're here every week. But we're here. We're always talking. We're both certified emotion code practitioners from Dr. Bradley Nelson. I'm also a mentor or a coach for practitioners that want to grow their business. And John and I have active practices. We've been doing the show for 114 weeks. We've helped hundreds of people. And last week's show, we did a food show. So, we were getting rid of people's food items. So if that was you, let our new viewers know and let our regular viewers know. But before I do that, I have two quick announcements. Speaking of food, I'm launching it next week, but it doesn't go live until October 1st. And in order to submit your request to be part of this, I'm not even going to call it a contest because it's an emotion code session. You need to be inside my emotion code hangout room. If you look up in the post, I put the link to join. Here's what it's called. It's called Project 100. Well, what does that mean, Captain Obvious? Well, it means 100 people. I'm choosing 100 people. I'm doing 100 emotion code sessions. That's one each. And all of them will choose a food or a drink item. I'm choosing 100 people to delete 100 food or beverage items. And then 5 days later, they're going to update their success inside my emotion code hangout room. We're going to put the post at the top, and 100 people are going to go in and say, hey, I don't eat that anymore. I don't drink that anymore. And if they do say, I'm still tempted, guess what? I go back in. Now you're thinking, am I going to meet with 100 people? No. I've created a form and a web page. It's free. You go to the page, you tell me your name, the food item, the severity of the food item, and you give me permission. You email me. And then when I'm on vacation in Scottsdale, Arizona, be there October 1st for my presentation, guess what I'm going to do every morning? I'm going to just do one, next one, the next one, the next one, and I'll let you know when I've done. Well, you'll know when I've done it when you stop eating that food. Yeah, so I'll be at some Scottsdale's coffee shop doing this with my magnet, getting rid of your food items. Good stuff. And secondly, I want to talk about my Business Growth Club for practitioners. I'm doing a presentation on October 1st in Scottsdale. It's an Emotion Code 7 Keys presentation. I'm also asking and inviting Emotion Code practitioners. Now, John, today marks 1 year anniversary of my Business Growth Club. So that means I've been doing a training once a month, every month for a year. And I'm just going to show you a quick what we've been doing. So month 12, you'll see that's today. Today, I'm teaching them how to use law of attraction to attract their ideal client, and most specifically, how to tap in emotion code with that. Because I used to be, when I started, I'm a law of attraction guy, and now I'm working with emotion code. Where do they fit? Let's just quick, I'm going to read some of these because they're important. Month number 1. Now, here's what it is. I'll tell you up front, it's $97 a month. That means you would have to get at least 1 or 2 clients a month, and I promise you, here is the secret to this club and how you can build your business. You can be fast, effective, and efficient. I'm not teaching you emotion code. I'm teaching you how to build a business. So the very first training, for example, I'm going to teach you how to do the practitioner's business card, how to do a 10-minute video so you don't have to repeat that. John, when people come to the call for the first time, we don't want to spend 10 minutes describing that. Why? Because it's 10 minutes. And then most importantly, in month number 1, how to do a 5-minute heart wall. Now, if you look down here to month number Where did I do that? Month number 9 is when I really taught how to do the heart wall plus speed tips, but it changed everybody's business so significantly. I thought, well, I can't ask people to be in my club and wait 9 months to get the juice. So I took the 5-minute heart wall speed tips. I put it up here, $97 a month. The next month, how you can host a now I did it with 8 people, but I'm going to teach you how to do it. That means getting 4 people on a call like this and going through my protocol, which takes 5 sessions on each of them for weight loss, abundance of money, business, how to collect emails from prospects, how to have a meetup group, all of my NLP opening and closing scripts, how to plan your emotion code live show, and so on and so on. You can go to up above, or you can go to, if you're our podcast listeners, you can go to HangoutWithMichael.com/growth club, and you can actually download the business class video to get you started there. Good. 2 announcements. Project 100, looking for 100 people. You need to be inside my Facebook group. Next week, I'm launching the graphic, and then October 1st, I'm launching the link, but you need to be in that room. That's enough for me, John.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! So, John, why don't you take the reins, and we might have first-time viewers today that, that maybe heard about the emotion code. I know we've got loyal viewers. Before we hear from you, because I want you to kind of summarize what's the emotion code, how does it work, do that for us today. But you know what? My hunch is there's a lot of people waiting to say hello this morning, so let's do that.
Yeah,
I'll start off with, Doug Collins. He slipped right in front of Natasha Paula Samuel today. It was a tight race. Both loyal, both here. Good morning. And our friend Corinne Beach Murray. Who else, John?
Yeah, Bettina is here. Jensen. Hello, Michael Johns. Queen of Denmark joined us today.
Hey, Denmark's in the house.
Yeah. Jennifer Towner says, good morning from the Honda dealership in Seattle. I think Seattle. You never know. Jennifer's all over the place. Jennifer says, I like the elbow show.
I don't know what that means. Hey, our friend Corinne Beach Murray. Yeah, she's a practitioner. So you know what you and I do, and I call it the 7 Keys. It is a program that I sell. It's an online video training. I've been training people how to deliver successful presentations for 20 years. Listen to Corinne Beach Murray. She bought the package. She learned how to do the 7 Keys presentation. Matter of fact, Dr. Bradley Nelson is also an affiliate of that program. That's how effective it is. And it's how a practitioner can give a presentation and book sales. Listen to it. Well, John, you read it. I want to sit back and gloat. And go ahead, please.
Let's have a sip of tea. Had a very successful first 7 Keys presentation. 16 sessions booked, plus 4 more at the evening session. Setting up date for them. It was great. That's amazing.
16 sessions booked.
16 sessions.
What the 7 Keys is going on?
That's amazing.
My
Congratulations,
friend John, who's also a practitioner. He's been in business for many years. And he said he's done a couple presentations and he's not getting business. And then we're taking a look here. She got 16 sessions. You know what the good news is? John has also just purchased this 7 Keys. So, John, you're going to go from 0 to what looks like 16 bookings at one presentation. Oh, you're wondering why Helena and I do a monthly meetup group in Victoria? Hashtag you figure it out.
Nice.
So, Corinne, thanks for the update.
Yeah.
Who else, John?
You're talking about John, the other John, right? John S.?
Yeah, I didn't want to say his last name, but yeah, he's a well-established emotion code practitioner. And again, the point is you can be really good at emotion code, but you might not be really good at giving a presentation, right? And that's what I'm doing. I'm teaching people how to ask the first questions, who to bring up in front of the room, how to upsell to you, all of that. There's a formula, copy off of me, and then customize it with your own words later. Okay, who else joined us, John?
Keep going, yeah. Barbara Loss says hi from Las Vegas.
Las Vegas is in the house.
Yeah, Paul Brent's here, says good morning, bros. Permelia Parham. Good morning, bros. Happy to be here listening from a rainy Parksville. Yeah.
Yeah, it's raining here too. Hey, our friend Carol. Good morning, bros. I would like to know when the body code kicks in when working with the client. That's a good question. So, John, I'll give that to you. How do you, well, first, disclaimer, I'm emotion code only, and John's body code emotion code. And in my head, emotion code is more complex. It has more charts and so on. So, John, that's a good question. How do you know when it's like, oh, this is a body code issue?
Well, you said so. Body code is more complex than the emotion code. So you can think of emotion code as kind of like the thumb on your hand, and then the body code would be like the whole hand, right? So every session I go into is body code, and within the body code, there's emotion code. So if it's a trapped emotion that needs to be cleared first, the subconscious mind will take us there and go to the emotion code chart. If
Yeah.
it's something else that's different, there's misaligned organs, glands, there's chakras, there's other mental energies, limiting beliefs, pathogens, toxins, other nutritional lifestyle things. So if any one of those areas is imbalanced, then that will come up first. But simply put, every session is a body code session. When
Right.
you're a body code
So you
practitioner.
asked that. You just start there then.
You start on the main page of body code. Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, good stuff. Hey, Carol, hope that helped. Hey, our friend Don Boehm's here with us. And hello from Holly. She's from her mobile hotspot. Well, we're glad you found a hotspot there. Who
Yeah,
else,
nice.
John?
Lauren Nelson Bowman says, "Good morning, bros." Lauren?
Well, no one's
Yes. So
volunteering,
Jennifer
John, so
Tanner
maybe
says, "Yeah, Seattle. You mentioned we could do a whole show about elbows last week. Good memory."
not for me. So, John, can you remind people what we're looking for today? We're getting lots of love and lots of hellos today, but you know what? Put us to work.
Yeah. So
Questions,
it's open
comments,
office.
and what are we doing for today?
Yeah. So it's open office. So we need 2 volunteers to be watching live. We need your permission, and we need something to work on. So it could be absolutely anything. So it could be maybe money ceiling. If you're in business and you feel like you plateaued, something like that. Could be
Beliefs,
if you anxiety or
seasonal
depression.
allergies,
Allergies, even
blocked air
food.
passageways.
Your kids, if your kids have night terrors, or back to school, if they have anxiety going back to
Mm,
school. That I've been doing a lot of that in September.
yeah,
Yeah,
maybe your kids are resistant to eating vegetables. I can fix that. And
yeah,
ideally, today it'd be nice if we worked with somebody new, somebody that we haven't met, someone that maybe just peeked their head and said, "What are these two doing?" Well, hashtag, you might be in luck. So let's welcome some more people. Our friend Leslie Marshall's joined us,
good
Lori
Leslie.
Mayo from Vegas, and I'm just going to do a refresh on my screen. Hey, if we missed your name, John and I have to refresh often, and we don't have the same screen, so just give us another shout out.
Yeah,
Barbara Loss is with us.
let's see here.
So this week, John, I had a client that, well, no, it was a woman, well, she's a client now. She wasn't a client. I did an Instagram live and I helped her get rid of a food item. And then she emails me about 4 days later. She said, I still have zero interest in that. And she said, I'm addicted to PSL. And I'm thinking, PSL? I didn't know what a PSL was.
What is it? I know what it is. There it is.
Pump,
Oh, it's
Pumpkin spice
yeah.
latte. And I said, well, what is the severity? You know what she tells me? I have an Instagram page dedicated to pumpkin spice latte. You know you're addicted when you have a whole Instagram account dedicated to it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Bye bye PSLs. She hasn't had one since. So I said she should probably tap into all of her followers who are
Oh,
also pumpkin spice addicts, and she could do a motion code session. It's easy. That's why I'm doing that Project 100. I can clear someone's food addiction on a certain item, and don't say sugar or wheat, because very rarely do you eat it by the teaspoon. It has to be something that's connected.
yeah.
And I want to tell you my secret. I'm going to be able to open the email, connect with that person by looking at the email and using muscle testing,
Hmm.
delete the emotions, and complete it in 30 seconds. One food item. All that willpower and all that strength that you've had to do in the past and all that denial and all that pissed off because you can't have what you want, all that jealousy, all that resentment, whatever the feeling is, you will care less about the food item. How do I know that? Because I've deleted like 55 food items. I hardly can even go to a restaurant anymore because I'm not interested in anything there unless I'm making it.
Hmm.
Okay, John, let's
Yeah,
take a peek out in the room, see if anybody is stepping forward.
Yeah, Jennifer's got a great comment. Says the PSL is nasty, just like American cheese.
Yeah, we don't know what that is. We don't know why. I think it's a code name. I think American cheese might be a code name.
It was a couple. It was 112 food episode. I think. Or was it before that? I did 2 types of cheese with people. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jennifer's also saying, yeah, let's work on getting rid of clutter. So we actually did an episode on clutter, help people with
Yeah,
that. So
clutter.
clutter,
Yeah.
getting rid of stuff.
Now, Barbara Loss, tell me a little bit. Barbara's saying that she has a fear of a new path. Well, I know the exact tract of motion that if I choose her, I'm going to get rid of. But I'd like. Do you mean like a new? I don't know. Like, are you developing something? Is it a relationship? Is it a business? Is it your new life? Is it your new what? So expand on that a little bit more, Barbara. Fear of the new path. I don't think you mean a new path with a bear on it in the woods. I think you mean like a life path, or we'll call it a development. So get back to us on that.
Yeah. Doug Collins, update. Love that. Okay. You successfully removed, that's you, Michael, cheeseburger addiction for a gal on our impromptu Instagram live a few weeks ago. She updated me a few days ago on IG. Cheeseburger. Nice. The drive-through. Barbara's saying, I put everyone else's needs ahead of my needs, and nothing gets done for my future. And then again, she says business.
Okay, so Barbara Loss could be just her business future. Okay, again, ideally, we're looking for some new people today, but I wrote Barbara Loss's name down there.
Yeah.
And let's see. Barbara, Carol has a question. Have either of us had an ancestor appear, well, they don't really appear, but I know what you mean by that, when removing inherited trapped emotions? I'm not sure what that means. Does that mean appear? Oh, maybe she does mean appear.
Yeah.
No, not
Like
me.
the spirit of an ancestor, I assume she's thinking of, and
Right.
practitioners have.
God, I hope
Dr.
not.
Brad has talked about this. Personally, I haven't noticed it, or that it does happen. Um, yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want them to appear because sometimes I'm going back like 30, 40, 50 generations. They're like Fred Flintstone days, so I don't really want them in my house. No.
No, hovering over the shoulder.
Okay,
You're
I
helping.
want to work with Barbara Loss. Barbara Loss is implied permission. That's one of the keys. And John, can you show and talk about the emotion code chart? And I'm going to do my job and get connected with Barbara because I'm going to be your proxy. But explain what's going to go down here.
Yeah, there's 2 things I'll explain before we get into the actual 7 keys of the emotion code of how it works. And one is a trapped emotion. So what is that? So a trapped emotion is a ball of energy, maybe the size of your fist or larger, maybe around that size. And it gets stuck in your body, and it's an unprocessed emotion from a past negative event. So something you just got hung up on, didn't process, and maybe it's stuck in your neck or back. It's influencing your physical tissues, creating pain, and also influencing your thoughts, your feelings, your mindset, your perception on life. So really impacting life, really limits you. So that's a trapped emotion. And the second is a subconscious mind. So Michael is going to ask Barbara's subconscious mind what these trapped emotions are that's contributing to her business blocks, or how did she put it here? Nothing gets done. Fear.
Yeah, so I'm connected with Barbara right now.
Yeah.
That's a yes answer.
So Michael's muscle testing
and let
here.
it go if it's a no. Am I Michael? No, I'm Barbara. So now I'm connected to Barbara's subconscious mind. I'm going to be your proxy. So So I wrote the question down here, John. So, my conscious mind was telling the bros that, boy, I keep putting myself not first. I make sure everybody else is getting their stuff done, particularly with business. There's this thing about taking the next step forward. It seems, I don't know why I'm doing that. Do I do that? The answer is yes. On a severity of 0 to 10, what is the severity that I put others first and I'm blocking my own moving forward for my business? Am I doing that? Yes. 10 would be, I'm really doing that. Is it a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Guess what? You're really doing that. Okay, it's a 10 out of 10. So we know that's the problem. Now, here's my little question I like to ask. What is the percentage that this thing that I'm doing is caused by, cue the emotions, what is the percentage that this problem I'm having is caused by some of these? Is it over 80%, 90, 91, 99, 100? So I'm not making it up. I'm muscle testing. So Barbara Loss is her subconscious mind is saying 100% of this problem I'm having is caused by trapped emotions. Now I'm on the hunt. But I want to find out what I'm looking for. You don't go hunting until you know what you're looking for. So what am I looking for? How many? Under 5? Yes, there's under 5. Is there under 4? Is there under 3? Is there under 2? No, there's not under 2. Is it over 2? I'm calling Captain Obvious, then it's what?
2.
There's 2 of them. Now I got to find them. Are they in column A? No, they're column B, box 1, 2. They're in box 2. Is it failure? Is it helplessness? Is it hopelessness? So I found 2 of them, helplessness. And is this one from me? Do I need to know anything else? So hopelessness and helplessness. Now I'm not done, but I do want to measure my results. So before today's session, what was the severity that I wasn't moving forward with my business and that I was taking everybody else first? Before today's session, was it an 8, 9, 10? And just removing those two emotions, now what is the severity of the resistance and reluctance for me to move forward and look after myself first? Is it still a 10? Is it a 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4? So it's a 4. So those 2 emotions were pretty significant. So is there any more emotions? No. Are there hidden ones? Oh, little buggers. How many? 1, 2. Would they be helplessness, hopelessness? Yes. Hidden helplessness. Hidden hopelessness. Now I'm going to measure my results again. Now what is the severity of the resistance that's blocking, stopping me from doing this? Is it a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? That's a 1. Let me go find it. I'm going to do it silently.
So what Michael's doing right now is he has a magnet in his hand. It's going over the governing meridian, and what's happening is that magnet is amplifying his intention to clear out and delete that trapped emotion.
Is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Would it be okay for me to put myself first? Yes. Was it? It wasn't. Am I worthy of putting myself first? Yes. Was I? I wasn't. Do I believe I can put myself first? Yes. Did I? I didn't. So now I want to go to my most favorite, no, it's my ever, EVAH, my most favorite emotion in this book. It's called creative insecurity. And it's the insecurity to take the next step in any development of your life. I've got it memorized. So what's Barbara trying to develop? She's trying to develop the new her, where she looks after herself first. She's also trying to develop her business. So I'm going to go in twice. The first time will be, what is the severity of my creative insecurity about the new development of me doing stuff for me? What's my insecurity to do that? 8, 9, 10. How many emotions? 1, is it just creative insecurity? Do I need to know more? It's creative insecurity. Is it also hidden? Yes, hidden creative insecurity. Now, what is the severity of my insecurity to step forward in the development of my new life to look after myself first? The block was a 10, and now it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So the next thing, I'm asking about the development of my business. What is my insecurity about the development of my business? Is it 8, 9? Is it just creative insecurity? Creative insecurity. Is there hidden creative insecurity? Now what is the severity of my insecurity to take the next step in the development of my business? Is it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0? Okay, that's it.
Nice. Says thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, John, when we're working with people over the phone and we're working on their necks and hips and jaws and all that stuff, like they're like, holy S-balls, So right now, this is different. This isn't physical change, but now those those baseball-sized trapped emotions that were causing all those emotions aren't there. So Barbara's job now is to notice. Yeah, just pay attention, notice her behavior and how people are treating her and what she's thinking about and what she gets ticked off about or not ticked off about anymore. So that's what so wait a few days. And if we we're going to meet another session, I would say, let's meet, like 4 or 5 days. So you can come back to me and say, here's what I've noticed. I don't do this anymore. I don't do this anymore. People are listening or whatever her results might be.
Yeah, she says she feels so much lighter, and all those and joy. So all those trapped emotions, they're they're kind of like an orange cone. So what happens when you see an orange cone on the road?
That can block and stop traffic, can it?
Yeah. So clearing out all the orange cones, that'll let you hit that super highway on your path and manifest what you want. And for Barbara, it's business. So and fears, clearing out those fears to move forward. Yeah.
And that creative insecurity, I use it every day on everybody, sometimes myself. Every client gets one, even if they didn't ask, because it's just usually one trapped emotion. The word creative, so if you're a writer and you're having writer's block, or you're an artist or maybe you're trying to design something or, just figure stuff out, that is creative insecurity. That means there's insecurity about doing it. Why? Because you don't want to get it wrong. Right? That's why you're insecure.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you're a procrastinator, this is your new best friend.
Yeah.
Because the reason why we procrastinate or put things off is because we're insecure. Why? Because we don't want to get it wrong. So if you're a creative insecurity, procrastinator. If you're an artist or a writer and you're having blocks, creative insecurity. And if you feel a little scared or shy or chicken or lazy or whatever the word might be that's stopping you to develop something that you want to do, it is creative insecurity. Every flip chart in my office, because I've got flip chart, it's always a result of clearing the creative insecurity.
Yeah.
Oh, Project 100? I thought, I wonder if I can do that. And I was thinking about the logistics I did a creative insecurity, and within like a half hour, I sent off my idea about the logo. I designed the homepage. I worked out just been clear, nothing in the way. My new best friend, creative insecurity.
Beauty. Yeah. Stefan Neff says, you guys are awesome.
Hey, Stefan, thank you. Hey, I'm off to Fort St. John next week. I'm going to be there for 7 days. And I think I'm doing at least 2 emotion code presentations, 5 to 7 1 hour or less law of attraction presentations, all free for the whole week. And then Saturday, the full day seminar. So I'm going to be doing live emotion code sessions. Could be hundreds of people in the room. And so that'll be hundreds more people that are going to be exposed to the emotion code. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
Now, John, I know that you worked on your session planner. I called mine a menu.
Yeah.
Of course, John had to supersize it and find a better name than me, and he did. Yeah, tell us what's
Session
on
building
that
plan.
planner and how people would use that.
Yeah. It's on my website, aliveandpeer.com/plan. It's also on my services page. There's a button there, so you can open that up, have a look, and help you put your session together. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people are really liking it because first they don't know what it means to build a list, and then we're kind of suggesting, oh, they do seasonal allergies too. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't know they could work on heartburn. So, because we did those shows a long time ago, and unless you're with us every day, every week, you wouldn't know that. So check out our session planner. John has one on his page. I have one on my page, and it'll kind of stimulate the idea about how to plan your first session with us.
Yeah. Hey, great update from Maya. Maya S. says, hi, Michael. You cured my craving for Coca-Cola. I haven't wanted or had any since.
Ah, we love that. When did we do that? Was that last week, you think? I think it was last week in last week's show.
Food was 2 weeks ago. Last week was low self-esteem, I think.
Didn't we do food last week?
I have to check the archives.
You know what? It's 100. Throw me a bone. I'm mixed up a little bit.
Yeah, so am I.
Coca-Cola, what a great gift that is to get rid of that sugary drink. No judgment about it, but if you're going to drink your calories, you might as well have might as well drink a milkshake if you're really going to drink calories, not Pepsi.
Something. Yeah. That's great. Thanks for that, Maya.
Good. So just a reminder, everybody, next week we are away on Saturday. I'm away on Saturday. I'm actually away for the whole week, so I don't know what my full calendar looks like. John and I may do an evening show, depending on if I'm working every night next week. They showed me the calendar. It was like 21 presentations in 5 days. And you know what I told them? I don't want to see it. I just want you to pick me up at the hotel and take me where we need to go because it was overwhelming. So I don't know if I want to be available until I see that big schedule. And it's changing all the time because Michael Loshi is coming to town and people want to check it out.
Nice. Absolutely.
Good.
It's been 2 weeks, says Maya. Yeah. So that's pretty
2
good.
weeks. That's very
Yeah.
successful.
It's a long time to not have that at all. Yeah.
Well, good, John. Well, we did it today. We did a good job. We let people know how we are helping with the emotion code. I see that you shared the show out there. So anything else you want to share with people or let people know?
Yeah, again, my website's aliveandpeer.com. It's written down right below me here. And Michael's at removetrappedemotions.com, for our podcast listeners. And thanks for the Barbara for volunteering, bringing that unique concern today, that big block, that fear around business, a lot there. So a lot to unpack, Barbara. So hopefully you can come back next week and give us an update.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of people that put other people first, and
Yeah.
I'm thinking of moms in particular. And then when it's time for them to say, you know what, okay, my kids are grown, I want to go out and have my own world, and then they're thinking, oh, am I allowed to do this, or whatever those feelings are, we can help you with that too. Okay, we'll be here in a couple Saturdays for sure. And we might do an impromptu evening presentation, so watch out for that. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out and participating and keeping the room nice and active.
Yeah.
And we'll see you again soon. See you later, everybody.
Yeah, have a great day, everyone.